Every jail and prison across the world have reputations for various reasons, whether good or bad. One of the most terrifying locations for the convicted or even perceived enemies of the United States of America is the notorious Guantanamo Bay detention camp. The American facility on the Guantanamo Bay Naval Base off the coast of Cuba is known in short as GITMO and houses people who are considered terrorists or threats to the security of the USA. Construction began in 2002 under the presidency of George W. Bush, and because of the location of the detention center, the Republican administration has always said that it wasn't obligated to provide basic constitutional rights to prisoners, since GITMO is outside of U.S. territory. That means whatever happens in Guantanamo is outside of the Geneva Convention's international laws about how to treat prisoners, which basically gives those who run the prison the right to run it however they want, including torture. After the terrorist attacks of the World Trade Center September 11, 2001, America needed somewhere that wasn't a regular jail for anyone they suspected was fighting for Al-Qaeda and the Taliban, the Islamic fundamentalists who rule Afghanistan. People suspected of terrorist-related crimes, or as they're sometimes called, unlawful enemy combatants, can't be put in a regular jail for their own well-being, as well as the safety of those guarding them, and so they're taken to GITMO. The countries of those incarcerated are from several areas, including Afghanistan, Pakistan, and Yemen, and are considered by the CIA to be high-value detainees. That means that they believe that the individuals have information regarding terrorist cells or plots for American targets on either domestic or international soil. One of these men, Khalid Sheikh Mohammed, is believed to have been the number 3 operative for Al-Qaeda before he was captured in 2003 in Pakistan. Other detainees included Mohammed al-Qahtani from Saudi Arabia, who is said to have co-masterminded the 9/11 attack. Also, Ammar al-Baluchi, who was a courier for Osama bin Laden and was said to have been involved in a plot to crash a plane full of explosives into the U.S. consulate in Karachi. If the charges against these men are true, they are clearly incredibly dangerous, and it's been reported that the interrogation of Khalid Mohammed yielded valuable intelligence on the leadership and plans of Al-Qaeda, as well as other terrorist organizations at the time. How the intelligence operatives get this information is stomach-churning, however, and Guantanamo Bay has been condemned by Amnesty International, Human Rights Watch, the Red Cross, and other humanitarian organizations for the various forms of torture that's standard operating procedure there. Now, these terrorist cells are never going to willingly divulge information on their conspirators, with goals to destroy and kill their perceived enemies. But one must ask themselves if forced drugging, religious persecution, sexual degradation, waterboarding, and sleep and sensory deprivation are acceptable to get information from potential enemy combatants. The other question is, what if the person is innocent? At one point, GITMO housed up to 780 people. There's a fraction of that number there today after Barack Obama became president and took steps to shut Guantanamo Bay down. Due to opposition from the U.S. Congress, the detention center remained open, and former President Donald Trump signed an executive order to keep Guantanamo Bay open indefinitely. When Joe Biden became president, he declared his intentions to shut down the detention center for good at the end of his term, but it currently remains active with a possible 39 detainees still incarcerated.